Alright guys, it's Toyota Tau for short. Today I'm building Voltron Defender of the Universe. It's 2,321 pieces, should take 2-3 hours to build. Big fan of Voltron when I was a kid. I used to have that metal Voltron that stood about this high. It goes about $300 if you can find it online. Let's see what we got to go with. Books all together. Let's see if there's anything interesting in the books. Okay, in this big book we got the opening from the show. From days long ago, from uncharted regions of the universe comes the legend of Voltron, Defender of the Universe, a mighty robot loved by good, feared by evil. As Voltron's legend grew, peace settled across the galaxy. On planet Earth, a galaxy alliance was formed. Together with the good planets of the solar system, they maintained peace throughout the universe until a new horrible menace threatened the galaxy. Voltron was needed once more. Here, Voltron, Defender of the Universe. Well known to generations of fans of sci-fi action, epic adventure, and giant robot battles, the beloved anime television series known as Voltron, Defender of the Universe came to light as a joint venture between World Events Productions and Toei Animation. The cartoon, an American adaptation of the Japanese Beast King Go Lion, premiered in 1984 and followed the adventures of a team of brave space explorers from the Galaxy Alliance who were given control of 5 huge mechanical lions so that they could protect the planet Horus. When danger, in the form of a colossal monsters called Robeasts, sent from the evil planet Doom, threatened the peaceful world, the 5 lions launched from the Castle of Lions and combined to form Voltron, a titanic robotic warrior that was the only thing powerful enough to challenge the Robeasts and finish them off with its ultimate attack, the Blazing Sword. Over 124 episodes plus a TV special, the Voltron force of Keith, Lance, Pidge, Hunk, and Princess Allura overcame the odds and saved the galaxy again and again from the plots of King Zarkon, his son Prince Lotor, and the royal witch Hagar. And now the power to build Voltron Defender of the Universe is yours to build. Now the power of Voltron Defender of the Universe is yours to build. And we got the characters. Commander Keith, Black Lion pilot. Keith wears a red uniform and pilots the black lion that forms the head and torso of Voltron. Keith is a natural team leader, and he embodies all the elements of a classic young hero. Courageous, resourceful, and practical, Keith is an expert pilot and fighter who develops the battle strategies of Voltron Force. The Black Lion is the largest and most powerful of all the robotic lions, and is the guardian of the Castle of Lions. Like the other lions, it can fly, travel through space, and summon an energy weapon or a blade to help it in battle. Lance, Red Lion pilot. As the second-in-command of Voltron Force, Lance wears a blue uniform and pilots the Red Lion that forms the right arm of Voltron. The Red Lion is as fast and fiery as its hot-headed ace pilot. In between missions, it dwells inside a volcano. It can wield a triple-barreled cannon and a curved blade. Pidge, Green Lion pilot. As the youngest and smallest member of Voltron Force, Pidge wears a green uniform and pilots the Green Lion that forms the left arm of Voltron. The Green Lion is stationed within a giant tree on Eros, but when needed it bursts forth and carries its small but brilliant pilot into action. It can use a curved blade and a turret cannon. Princess Allura, Blue Lion pilot. Stationed underwater, the Blue Lion is piloted by Princess Allura, the ruler of the planet Eros. As a key member of Voltron Force, Princess Allura wears a pink uniform and pilots the Blue Lion that forms the right leg of Voltron. Allura replaced the Blue Lion's original pilot, Sven, when he was injured in battle early on in the team's adventures. And Hunk, Yellow Lion pilot. A combination of brawn and grit, Hunk wears an orange uniform and pilots the Yellow Lion that forms Voltron's left leg. The mighty Yellow Lion resides in a rocky, lion-shaped cave in the desert. It can fight with a dagger-like blade and a back-mounted cannon. Space Mice. The 5 space mice live in the Castle of Lion and have been Princess Allura's friends since her childhood. They try their best to help out the Voltron team, but often end up having comic misadventures. Both brave and silly, these tiny heroes even have their own Voltron Force uniforms and a pint-sized mouse Voltron that can transform into a flying mouse plane. Zarkon. The menacing King Zarkon is the ruler of Planet Doom, part of the Drool Empire. He is a mighty warrior and tyrant who longs to conquer not just ours but the entire galaxy, including Earth. He refuses to tolerate failure among his underlings and uses roe-beasts and fleets of spaceships to launch his attacks on unsuspecting worlds. He keeps a close eye on his ambitious son, Prince Lotor. Hagar the Witch and Cat. Hagar is King Zarkon's cruel and cunning royal witch. She uses her powerful dark sorcery to create many of the giant roe-beasts of Voltron battles, and it was one of her evil spells that first split Voltron apart into the 5 lions ages ago. Her blue cat Kova, who helps with her magic and serves as a witch's sneaky spy, assists her. And Prince Lotor. King Zarkon's son and heir, Lotor is Prince of the Planet Doom and Voltron Lion Force's most dangerous enemy. He is a clever strategist and military commander, but there are 2 things he wants more than victory in battle: his father's throne and the hand of Princess Allura in marriage. He will do anything to attain his goals, from betraying Zarkon to forging temporary alliances with his greatest enemies. Legend of the Fan Designer. Leandro Lendi Tayag is from the Philippines and lives in Malaysia. He is a software engineer with a passion for both giant robots and Lego building, so he is a perfect fan designer to create the Lego Ideas Voltron set. I've always been a big fan of super robots from the 70s and 80s. My parents bought a Voltron toy for me when I was a child. I've been hooked on it ever since. What special challenges did Lindy face in creating his Lego Ideas model submission? The challenging part was getting the details right. I can't remember how many times I redesigned the lion heads, trying to make them look as close as possible to how they were in the cartoon. The lion legs were also a pain, since I had to make sure they could fold nicely when combined as Voltron, as well as look good in their lion forms. How long did it take him to complete the model? I actually started the initial design 2 years ago, but couldn't get the head design right, so I put it aside. If I remember correctly, I worked on it for roughly 2 hours every night after work over the course of around 3 weeks. Waiting to see if his creation would reach 10,000 votes wasn't easy. It was actually nerve-wracking at times, in a good way, especially when it was featured in the Voltron podcast where they interviewed WEP President Bob Kopler, license holder of Voltron. It was great to know that he knew about my Lego Ideas submission and that he found it cool. On a side note, I was on the way to Legoland Malaysia the moment it reached 10,000 supporters. And when Lendy found out that his model had been approved for release as an official Lego Ideas set, it was even better. It's a big cliche, but it was a dream come true. I was pretty much stunned, as I was not expecting to hear the news. I'm still trying to let it sink in. It feels surreal that it's actually happening. Great birthday present for my wife and son. As advice for aspiring builders looking to submit their own brick ideas to LEGO Ideas, Lindy says, work on something you really like and that you're passionate about, and find a subject with a good fan base. A LEGO design story. When the LEGO Ideas design team started the process of transforming Lindy's submission into an official LEGO set, it looked like an impossible feat. The model had weight, scale, and complexity all stacked against it. From the beginning, it was clear that this was nothing like any LEGO product before it, says LEGO model designer Nick van Slagmat. Probably messed that up. The road to a model that was stable, durable, and able to be translated into building instructions was long and not without trouble. But after just over a year, we created the biggest LEGO mech ever released. The design process. The LEGO Voltron pushes the limits for what is possible within the LEGO building system. Design lead Samuel Liltorp Johnson and I started with an initial rough version that used standard LEGO joints, but when building a mech this size, they couldn't carry the weight of the model. The ankle joints needed to allow the blue and yellow lines to change into Voltron legs, but hold together when Voltron is formed. I created a special hinge technique and a central support strut to disperse the weight across the feet, giving Voltron a rigid base to stand on. Making Voltron's arms able to move meant creating a joint that could hold up an entire green or red line with their accessories. We created over 30 different shoulder constructions that were tested by our quality department. The one in the final model uses the friction of a ball joint multiplied through a gear ratio, creating an incredibly strong yet smooth joint. Graphic designer Mark Tranter created Voltron's new graphic elements, including Voltron's lower face, which is printed on a LEGO element that has never before been given decoration. Decorated. The included label sheet gives Voltron fans the opportunity to decide whether to place numbers on the individual lion, a detail that changes in different episodes of the original animated series. As a model changed, so did the level of graphics, said Mark. We had models that required extra printed elements such as a fully printed face, chest emblem, and belt details. Some of these would have required the design to be split over several elements. These parts of the model ended up being able to be brick built, which I think looks great and fits more with the aesthetic of the model. Being a giant mech, this model means a lot to me personally, and I'm very pleased with how it ended up after working on it for so long. The final product is a result of a lot of people's hard work, which is very fitting for Voltron, says Nick van Slagman. As designers in the photo, clockwise from center, Nick van Slagmat, Mark Tranter, Jean-Luc Lanois Borer, Hans Henrik Seidenes, and Samuel Lithorp Johnson. Sorry if I mispronounced your names. Down here we have several sizes that were developed to see what was possible. A bunch of different things. Okay, and after this is just the same thing in different languages. No, I'm not going to read that. Alright, that looks like about everything, so we'll go ahead and get started. As always, I'll have pictures of this up on my DeviantArt. Links will be down in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever. And enjoy the watching. that is the lions for Voltron. Now comes the interesting part of putting them together into the giant robot. Okay, we're starting with this one. Probably as close as we'll ever get to Lego Transformers. Get this to click into place. Go. There's Punk's leg. Now for Laura's. There's form, feet, and legs. There's the torso and the head. Which is kind of out of order, but whatever. these guys were more attached, firmly attached. There, I just didn't have it on right. That helps. This goes here. Okay, this guy is absolutely massive. So just camber up a bit. Like goofed up. Oh, I see. So just take it off, turn it around. There we go. That should do better. arms and torso, and I'll form the head. And the blazing sword. And the shield. And that is Voltron, Defender of the Universe. This guy is extremely massive. Oh, that's big. That was a fun build to do. Took me 6.5 hours to put together. That was a lot of fun. Like I said, that's probably the closest we'll ever get to Lego Transformers. As always, I'll have pictures of it up on my DeviantArt. Link will be down in the description. I'm not all that familiar with the shield, but the blazing sword. We got all 5 of the lions, the cross in the middle. I like how the face had the printed mouth on it. The feed mouth, or the mouths of Hunks and Allura's lions open up, and then you can take it all apart, put them back into lion form, whichever way you want to keep them. I think I'll probably keep it as robot. Whatever time you guys are watching, have a good day, good night, good evening, whatever time it is.